Hi, I'm Natalie of Sew Hungry Hippie, and today's short Sunday skill builder is all about taking care of your bags and washing them, cleaning them, I should say. Now, I will mention that I rarely put my machines in the wash because if it's that, did I say my machines in the wash?
Yeah, we can keep going.
Ay, Dios mío. I rarely put my bags in the washing machine because when they get to that point, I rather just sew a new bag. But that's me. So I'll tell you what I've done in the past and also what our very own Michelle does. She wrote an excellent blog post for you that is up on our website, sewhungryhippie.com. Just click that blog and you can see everything written out for you. Here is my Santorini tote. This features Moonglow vinyl on the bottom, leather straps, has all kinds of zippers, and quilting cotton and foam and everything else. So what I would do, this is in the shop on display, and even though it holds up on its own, because it often will get handled, I like to just stuff it for it to keep its shape. So I take out the stuffing, I zipper it shut, I make sure nothing is inside, and then I grab a pillowcase. Isn't this one cute? Michelle.
That one?
Yeah. Michelle and I did a pillowcase tutorial. If you want to watch this, watch it after this tutorial. I take that pillowcase and I put my bag inside. And then I tie it up with a ribbon, or you could use a rubber band. The point is you want to make sure this is shut so the bag can't fall out of the pillowcase. And then I would put this in the machine. I don't typically use gentle cycle, but I always wash with cold water. So you can do gentle cycle on cold and it will be absolutely fine. Once it comes out, most of the time I'm just going to let it sit on the countertop and air dry. Sometimes I'll put it on my patio window, like ledge thing, so it's out in the fresh air, and I let it just air dry. You can absolutely put this in the dryer if, and a big if, you can control the heat on your dryer. So if you have fluff, or you can adjust the temperature to cool, or if you have a setting for just air, then you can put this in the dryer. But if you don't have that capability, don't put this vinyl in the dryer. I think it would be fine, but I don't want to tell you to do that in case, okay? So if in doubt, leave it out, okay? If in doubt, leave it out on the ledge. Let it air dry.
Or if you have a bag that you thought that it's a redo, right on that one.
Oh, yeah, like a seconds bag?
Yeah.
Can they hear you speaking, Ramel?
Yeah.
Ramel, turn on the microphone. You know this by now. This is the 555,600 times I've told you.
I'm getting to it.
So this is the bowler bag by Samantha H, Mrs. H Patterns. And same thing for this one. This is Moonglow vinyl. Oh, look, I have the pattern inside. I would make sure everything's out of the pockets, like nothing is crazy. I personally take off the strap when it's a disconnectable strap, and I would wrap this up, and I'm going to grab a rubber band. Let me show you.
I am mic'd up, by the way.
Well, thank goodness for that. So you can come on the show and stand in for me if I have to go get something. So that's what I would do. I would rubber band this strap, and then everything would go in the pillowcase. I might even put the strap inside the bag even, or you can also just wash your strap. If that's the only dirty part, just throw this in the machine with your clothes and you'd be okay. But because of the hardware, if it's tumbling a lot, that can get damaged. So I recommend putting it in like a little, you could wrap it in a washcloth and then do the rubber band on the outside of the washcloth. or in a little muslin bag. Some of you have like those little cheesecloth string bags. Anything, just protect the hardware. So now I would wrap this up and throw this in the wash.
Or a mesh bag if you have one, right?
I think I said mesh, didn't I?
Yeah.
We could make one with that mesh we have in the shop.
I remember having this mesh when I was in the military, just for the
laundry.
shoes.
Oh, for shoes, boots, yeah. Yeah, true that. We could use some By-Annie's mesh and do a little drawstring bag tutorial sometime. Let me know if you need that. Or maybe there's one already out there. Maybe Michelle has done one. Okay, so for the third bag here, this is made with soft vinyl. This is the Luxie that I made with the Surprise Vinyl Club vinyl. I've already taken out all the stuffing, but I'm just going to make sure nothing is inside. This has a wire frame, and it's fine as long as you put it in your pillowcase. Now, if it didn't have the wire frame, I would just toss this bag in the machine myself. I've done it before if it's all soft vinyl. And I will say, you guys know what I do. All of my interfacings are in my seams for this reason. I don't want anything shifting or pulling out in case it gets handled roughly or if I wash it. So that's another caveat. So let's see here. I think that's my word of choice. So say it too much.
Well, that's the Sew and Sew Hungry Hippie, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So there I go again. When in doubt, put that soft vinyl bag in the pillowcase and you're golden. If you just don't want to use any pillowcases and you want to throw this in the washing machine, it's most likely going to be fine. I've washed soft vinyl quilt tops on cold, dried them on cold, and they're fine. If you have any doubt about your dryer setting and the temperatures, then just air dry it. It'll be just fine. I've even set these on, we have old school radiators, and so I've set my bags on top of the radiator, you know, the like cast iron ones, that's what I have, and they dried that way too.
What if the inside is what's dirty?
Great question, Ramel. Thank you. Excellent question from the crowd.
Man, I feel good.
What I do is I pull out that lining in that case. And I just make sure that that is completely out of the bag when it's being washed. I have also pulled it out and just spot cleaned it like this with a little shout and or a little, you know, what's it called? Wool light. I've done that before. But yeah, tug that out for sure if that's the dirty part. And same with the pockets. You can typically pull these out. This one got sewn in the bottom seam, so I can't pull that one out. But on the Santorini, oh, I didn't even put pockets in this one. This must have been a rush job. No pockets in that one.
Well, on that one, for example, do you have to like birth it out, like turn it inside out?
You can absolutely do that, Ramel. Great question again from the crowd.
Look at that. See,
you can turn it inside out and wash it that way.
I'm paying attention.
Yes, you are. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. You're making this tutorial 100% better. So you can do that, and I'm not joking. I'm being serious. You know how I am. Always serious. So here I'm just pulling out this pocket on this bag. If you have pockets like that and you can get them pulled out, do it before you put your bag in the washing machine. I got to take all this stuffing out anyways because this bag is going to Houston. Which, by the way, at the end of the month, we leave for Houston, so the shop will be closed for a little over a week. Just an FYI. It'll still be open online, but not in person. There we are. Other option, like Ramel said, oh, I would take off this tassel, by the way. Take off anything that can flick around and mess mess stuff up. So you could do this if you wanted to. Usually the outside is going to be dirtier, I would say, than the inside. So I usually wouldn't birth it, but to each their own. Do whatever you like.
Well, accidents can happen on the outside and the inside.
That's true, they can.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when I was leaving for the shop today, holding my coffee, and the curb, I guess I went over it too fast, and it was like, bloop. Good thing it wasn't too hot. Anywho, so let me know your questions in the comments. Michelle and I will answer them as fast as we can. Please read the blog post that she wrote. It's chock full of information. And I guess at the end of the day, I just want you to know that you can absolutely wash your vinyls that you get from me and your corks. They will last, they will hold up, but you have to stay on cool. You have to stay on no heat or air dry. And I would say just use some common sense. So if it's permanent marker, like a Sharpie, it's probably not going to come out ever. So it's not worth that effort. Just make a new bag. Not what you wanted to hear. But yeah, I think that's it.
We're just keeping it real.
We're just keeping it real. We're always going to be honest. We're going to keep it real. We're not going to try to pull the wool over anyone's eyes, so to speak. You like that?
I think I'm rubbing off on you.
I think you are too. The dad jokes are rubbing off on me. So there it is. I know it was short, but hopefully you can come back and reference this if you need to, or maybe you're a one and done. You got it. You got the info. You're armed. You're ready for anything now. So I will see you Wednesday for matchups. We're going to have some amazing matchups, and I hope you're enjoying the fall weather. I'll see you then. Peace, love, sewing.